We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the Ryan's Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Sheffield, England.
Fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here at this.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. He didn't take that jab well at all. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it. You watch when the rounds roll on.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Scoring uppercut there. Well-placed hook. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Rhodes in that last round. From this moment forward, there's the bell for round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? They figure out the combination to this sink.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook was off target. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Just got walloped. Talk about Rhodes in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Come on, we've let him back into the fight. We're way better.
You've got his shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
There's the bell for round 3. Did not take that punch well, and he may go down. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Rhodes in that last round. Here we go to the 4th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No defense for that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. That right hook not connecting. They stop the hook there. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Let's see if they go to the body. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Unlucky to miss with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Rhodes in that last round. That belt. Time for the 5th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I've got to see that again.
White boy trying to find out what it's like to get up off the floor.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you continue.
Let's talk about Rhodes in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's code red time for Ryan Rhodes. Oh, the humanity! Ryan Rhodes is down! We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What?
Another gun. All day and just what have I become? No chance on stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain on my fit ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Filling out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tail of the tape. Fernando Vargas, 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 70 inches. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford, weighing in at 140 pounds. He's 5 foot 7 inches tall. It's Fernando El Feroz Vargas, such an intimidating figure, never takes a step back, and is always looking for a highlight reel knockout. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the amateur great from Oxnard, California, introducing the 2-time world champion El Feroz, Fernando Vargas. Fighting out of the blue corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
All the talking has been done. It's time. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. No rest for the weary. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Jab to the body. Hit him with a left jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice job by him to block that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this. Oh, are we about to see an upset? Vargas is on the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round. So it's here we go. It's round 2. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Punch, counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
These punches coming from every angle. Nope, that jab not going to score. They both want a knockout, you can tell. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty...
Get your mind back.
The bell rings and we start the third. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's all offense, all the time. That right hook won't score. So much for boxing. This is a fist. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Nice counter. And Vargas now stumbling backwards. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wait.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. Here we go to the fourth round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Just missed with that jab. This fight has a real good flow to it. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Crawford is dazed. And down goes Crawford. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knocked from the jump. Back into the fray here in round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Oh, is this the beginning of the end of Vargas? And now they're right back into the fray.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nope, that jab not going to score. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I go.
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner somehow.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talking about Fernando Vargas in that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Much better. He's not in your league. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Don't be looking in for one.
Got him this round. Have you got complacent? The fight's not...
Tired. He's not getting back up. Just keep him on the end of your jab. You getting...
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And that hook misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Do you believe what we're seeing? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Swing and a miss with the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Heavy shot to Vargas. Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round.
Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your call.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
You'd like to see more jabs. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Take the round.
Nice round, good round. I like it. I'm happy.
And we enter the 8th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. Whoa, wait a minute. And Vargas just got clipped hard. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way. What